Hey guys, welcome to my video today. So, I don't know what to film. I'm not feeling very creative lately, like enough to make tutorials. So, I figured today I would just kind of do like a palette collection because I know people really enjoy those and I feel like I have a good collection of my own. So I figured I would go through those and that's gonna be the video. So if you would like to see my collection, then go ahead and keep on watching. So I keep all of my palettes next to me when I do my makeup. So I do my makeup right here, and then where you are, that is the dresser where I keep all of the palettes that I have, my eyeshadow palettes, and I also have some face palettes, and that excludes highlighters because I have some highlighter palettes, but I guess that can be for another time. I just have face palettes that, I keep over here, like contour and stuff. So I'm going to start with those and then I'll get into the eyeshadows. The first thing I have is this Smashbox. It's the Masterclass Palette Lighting Theory. It's really cool. It's holographic. So you open it up and you have eyeshadows, blushes, you have color correctors, contour highlights, a cream blush. These are creams, and then these are all powders. So I don't use this very much at all. I've dipped into it a few times, but I don't know. I like these blush shades. I should use it more because I don't. It has little things that go over, which is nice. It just has on each side, like, I guess how to use everything, and yeah, it tells you how to use everything, and I really don't reach for this. My boyfriend bought this for me. He saw that it was on sale, but I don't think the colors inside are much what I would wear, so I really don't reach for this as much as I should. The palette that I have is the Tarte's Pro Glow palette, and when this first came out, I didn't really want it. Like, for some reason, it just didn't excite me that much, but now that I have it, I really like it. I use the contour, the cream contour. I love cream contouring. That's pretty much my thing. I don't really like to use powders. Is my favorite. It's probably the best cream contour I've ever used, and this powder contour is really nice for paler skin tones. The only thing that bothers me about it is why don't they have one for deeper skin tones, Next I have highlight and contour palette from IBY Beauty. We got this in BoxyCharm, like literally like last month. It is nice. I don't know, these colors are, that one's a little warm for me. I don't really know how I feel about that one. It's kind of gray, and I don't know. I don't reach for this that much, but I have used the highlighting shades. Not that one. This one's never been touched because it's pink, and I don't have a pink undertone to my skin at all. But these two are nice. They are really creamy powders. They're nice, but I don't know if the contour shades fit me that well. Next contour kit I have is from Anastasia Beverly Hills. I've used this a lot. The banana powder is almost gone. The only shade in this that I use though is this one. I have used the highlight a few times. I find it to be a little bit dry though. Like, it's not bad, but it's a little bit, all the colors feel a little bit dry, for the price. And it's not a palette that I'm totally impressed with. Next palette that I have is the cream contour kit from Anastasia Beverly Hills. These, I don't recommend these. So I've used this a lot because at one point it was all I had. And like I already mentioned, I cream contour more than anything. So I've used these two quite a bit and these two quite a bit. This one's too dark and this one feels super oily. It's like, I don't even know if you'll be able to see, but like, that's super oily and I don't want that on my skin. And that's supposed to be a highlight. they're really dry. Like they're like rough to work with, and that's super annoying because you pretty much have to like dig whatever you're using just to get like a good amount and then put it on your face, and I don't like that. Next is another thing we got from BoxyCharm. This is the concealer collection from Measurable Difference. There's a lot of shades in here, but I don't really see myself using this. Like, these are all too yellow for me to highlight with. I prefer something that's lighter and more neutral. I guess there are a few shades I could contour with, but I feel like there's like such a little product in each one that like I feel like if I used it just a few times it would be gone, but I don't know. We got this whole palette and I'd probably only use like 3 shades out of this. So yeah, it's from Morphe. It's the 15 concealer palette. I've used this when I like don't want to use like my Tarte Shape Tape, like on a day where I don't feel like using my good makeup. I'll reach for like this. There's only a few shades I can use. These are pink. That's, I don't know, that's like a mustard color. And then this is kind of like an off yellow type of color, and then this is kind of neutral. The rest are like warm and pink, and then these are all warm. So I don't get that much use out of this, though I have tried. I've tried to like mix this one in with other ones to make it more neutral and stuff. Obviously it's been used because I tried mixing different colors to find ones that I can use. They're creamy, but I don't feel like they look good on my skin. I just kind of use them for like a day like today where I'm not doing anything besides like filming a video, or if I'm not doing anything but taking a photo for Instagram. Okay, so now I'm going to jump into eyeshadows. And this is gonna take a while. I'm just gonna jump through everything and make it quick. You're probably going to be like, what are you doing? So I have 2 Mel stacks. I have the Dark Matter stack and I have the Gunmetal stack. In my old house, before I moved into this house, I had a wooden floor and I dropped both of these, and there are like 4 shades that are completely broken, and one of them happens to be Dark Matter, which is the black eyeshadow, and it's shattered, and these are like these have such a strong magnetic hold that like when you close them, the black just gets all over the one on top of it, and so I stuck tissues in between the ones that are broken just to create less of a mess. So yes, I do like these eyeshadows a lot. I really do. I wish I had more though, because I think I could create a lot more looks with their eyeshadows if I had other colors. These are mostly just neutrals and like grays, but my favorite is Enigma, which is the burgundy color. They are nice, but they're very expensive. Next I have this ColourPop eyeshadow palette, and I got my own eyeshadows to put in here. I stuck kind of like with the same theme because I really like warm eyeshadows. So this one is just like a transition. This is a transition. I just have like this one, and then this one's really nice. I like this color. I have this little palette from Morphe. It's the Coffee Toffee one. I like the shades in here. I think this can be like, this is like an everyday palette kind of. Like you have all the shades that you need. You have these mattes, and then the rest are shimmers. This is kind of like a satiny one, but I like this. I don't use it that much though. I have the Urban Decay Electric palette. I love this palette because lately I've been using a lot more color, and I've used this in a lot of tutorials. Obviously, if you watch my videos, I use this a lot. I have used every single color in here, and I haven't had a problem with any of them. I like them all. Is the cult favorite in the beauty world, the 35O palette. Now, if you guys follow me on other platforms, you're probably like, why are you showing us all these? Listen, we all got sucked into the Morphe, you know, all the coupon codes, all the, you know, launches. We all got sucked into it, right? You know, we saw Morphe all over Instagram, and we bought their stuff. We all did it, most of us, okay? And I will say, even though you could either buy this, even though you could buy very similar palettes from Crown Brush or eBay or Amazon for much cheaper, I do like this palette, and I have taken it traveling with me many times. I feel like you have every shade in here that you could need for traveling. I have this like empty NYX little palette, and in here, this is a NYX eyeshadow. It's just like a white one, like inner corner highlight type of shadow. And then I have these glitters. These are from FM Cosmetics. Sometimes glitters can be tricky to work with, but yeah. So I do like them. They're nice. Next I have the Morphe 12S palette. It's just all shimmers. I've used this one a few times. That one, I don't use this very much, but I do like them. They're pretty creamy, I'm not gonna lie. I don't think any of them are dry or anything, but I do like that. The Meet Matrimony palette, this is dirty. And I shattered one of the eyeshadows when I was traveling, so I don't take this anymore. And that would have been my favorite one. And of course, my favorite one had to break. But whatever. I don't reach for this that much because these are pretty cool toned, and I don't really wear... I wear cool tones, but not all the time. Like, I prefer warmer colors. I think most of us do. The black is nice. This is a nice color to like set your eyeshadow primer with if you have a skin tone like mine. And then these are nice transition colors. So yeah, I have this ID Light palette. I got this in box again. This is a good these are really high quality. I like them, but I feel like they're more for fair skin tones, which kind of isn't fair. But I like the gold shade a lot. I just did a look using it. It's pretty nice. I have the Naked Cosmetics. It doesn't have a name. It just says Naked Cosmetics. We also got this in BoxyCharm. So there's a green one, orange one, and a plum shade, which is coming out. But I haven't used these, and I don't know why, because they're so pretty and they're so pigmented. I need to do a look with this when I set this aside and use it. Next I have the Shiki palette and the Saucy palette from the ColourPop collab with Karen, or I Love Sarai. I love these palettes. I've been using these so much, like constantly. I'm probably going to take these with me to California this week because these are really nice. I love every single color. I have another little palette from Morphe. This is the Awesome Blossom one. I got it because I liked how colorful this area was. I don't use it that much, but it is cute. I have the original Naked palette, the Naked 3 palette, and the Smoky palette. So let's start with this one. The original Naked palette, I have used this a ton. I hit pan on that one. I'm close to hitting pan on that one. This palette is okay. This is like what everyone was using. Like, I feel like this was like everyone's first eyeshadow palette. This was definitely my first like high-end eyeshadow palette. It was good at the time. I haven't reached for it in a long time. And then this was the second one I got. I never got the Naked 2 palette because I felt like it was way too similar to this one. So I didn't feel like it was necessary. I've used this quite a bit. I'm really close to hitting pan on that one and that one. I remember using Blackheart a whole ton. This palette, it's okay. I remember I loved this color Dust. I thought it was so pretty, but I never knew how to make it work. And then, like, I stopped using it by the time I would have figured it out, but, these shadows are okay. I find them to be a little bit dry, but if you're, like, a beginner, I think these are nice. It's just that it's so expensive for the quality you get, so I can't sit here and tell you that I recommend them. And then the Naked Smoky palette, this palette is newer. My boyfriend got it for me just this past Christmas because it was on sale, and he was like, I'm gonna get this for you, it's on sale and you can try it out. And I tried some of the shades out. I don't reach for this. The shadows are they're dry, like I don't know, some of them are really chalky. When you pick a color up on a brush, it like the pigment isn't there. Like, the swatches might be nice, they might be okay, but you put it on your eye and the color goes away, and that's super annoying to me, and I don't think it's worth it at all for the price. I have the Studio Makeup On The Go eyeshadow palette. This is like the cool toned one, and we got these, here, let me pull out my other one, because we got these both in BoxyCharm. So I've tried to use both of these. I obviously prefer this one. These shadows are so high quality. These are really nice shadows. The pigmentation is amazing. I really like the shimmers in here. I like this color a lot, but I really do like this one. I like all the colors that they give you. I feel like it's really nice. I have the Makeup Geek palette in collaboration with Manny MUA. I like this palette a lot. I have used this to no end. I love that color. I love this color a lot. This color is really pretty. I love this palette a lot. I have used it a lot, even though you can't tell, but it's super nice. I have the Too Faced Totally Cute palette, and this is just the way I decorated mine. This palette was okay. I've used it several times. I do like the colors, but I feel like after this palette came out, I didn't want any other Too Faced palette that came out after it, because I feel like this purple is in like every single palette that they have now. Probably that one just like this one. I feel like it's overused. Nothing they come out with is exciting me anymore, and I liked this because of the stickers. It was cute, and I feel like that's probably the last thing I'm ever gonna get from them, unless they come out with something different for once. I have the Sweet Peach palette. Let me tell you something about this really quick. This palette was supposed to be limited edition, and it looked so cute, and I loved that it was scented, and everyone was hyping it up, you know, of course. And my boyfriend felt bad that like I didn't get it, and he went and he got one that someone was selling, and I think it was close to $70, and he got that for me. And it was supposed to be limited edition, and he spent all that money just for them to bring it back. And now it's here to stay, and let me tell you something else. People hype this palette up to no end. These shadows are not the best. This one, Talk Derby to me, this shadow sucks. I'm just gonna say it now. This one sucks, and it looks ugly on my skin tone. Bless her heart, it looks olive in the pan, and then when I put it on my eye, it looks gray. I like this color, Candied Peach. You can use it and the glitter kind of just goes away, unless you were to pack it on to your eye. It's just, there's like a learning curve with their shadows. You know, you either love them or you don't. I have the Chocolate Bar palette. This is the only Too Faced palette that I truly love. This is a palette that can never do you wrong. Like, they hit it out of the park with this one. This palette is nice, it's versatile. I feel like everyone loves this one, and there's a reason for that. It's actually nice, and it smells so good. Next I have the Morphe 12P palette. This palette is not great. The shadows are so dry, and they're so chalky, and it's hard to get the true pigmentation onto your eye. But I would say it's a good beginner palette if you've never worked with color before and you kind of want to dive into the world of color. I think this is nice because you don't get that much pigment on your brush. Next is the Modern Renaissance palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills. I mean, who doesn't love this palette? This is a great palette, and we all know that, so that's all there is to say about that. Next I have the Neapolitan Ice Cream palette from Beauty Bakery. These are nice. I feel like these shadows are a little bit dry though, unfortunately. I love everything that Beauty Bakery has. If you follow me on Instagram, you know that. I use this purple quite often, but the thing about it is that it's not as pigmented as it looks in the pan. When you put it on a brush, and then you put it on your eye, it's like the color isn't really there, and that bothers me, but if you try hard enough, you can get the pigmentation there. You just have to build it up. Next, I have the Morphe Kathleen Lights palette, and mine's weird. I don't know if they're all like this, but you would think this is the front of the palette, and it's not. It's, I don't know, it's whatever. But, I haven't looked at this palette in a while. I like this palette. I liked this palette a lot. I really like this color. I liked these ones a lot. I feel like this would be nice to travel with, because you have like neutrals and you have a little bit of pops of color. It's nice. I do like this palette. Next I have the Tarte Pro palette. Mine is broken. Mine is super broken. It came broken, and then I accidentally dropped it a few times, so it's not in the best shape, but they ended up sending me a replacement palette. I have not used this at all, because until I can't use this anymore, that's when I'll finally use this one. But I know I'll need that because this is a mess, you know, and so much of this one broke that there's like almost I'm like at pan on that one. I like this palette a lot. I feel like you can create all types of looks with it, and that's what I like about it. I feel like you could create endless looks with that. I have this little BoxyCharm palette, and I have these are the only Makeup Geek single shadows that I have. So I have like Cupcake, and then this one is Phantom. I use this one all the time. I love this one. This is a duochrome. I think all of these are really nice. I wish I had more. Next I have the Anastasia Beverly Hills Artist palette. This obviously isn't available anymore, but I got this as a gift, and I never thought I would use it that much, but I've used it a fair amount of times. I like this olive shade. This Dusty Rose shade is nice. I've used the yellow. I'm actually wearing this orange on my lids today. I think it's a nice palette. It's a little bit random, and there's like almost all of them are shimmers. So next I have the Supernova palette from BH Cosmetics, and the reason I got that is because I have the Galaxy Chic palette. I got this so long ago, and I used this when I was learning how to do makeup, like back in the day. These are different. Like, you don't see this every day. I have used this one so much. This is Aphrodite. I think that's how you say it. I think these are nice. I don't use this that much, but I should, because I forgot about this palette, the Supernova palette, and these are all shimmers. There are no mattes in here. These are all like satin shimmer type of shadows, and I like these for like a pop of color. If I'm being honest, I've never used this, but I should, because I like these. I like what I'm seeing. Next I have the Pastel Goth palette from Kat Von D. This was really hard to get, so I had to buy an even more expensive one from someone that was selling one, and I actually use this all the time, and I'm really glad. It ended up being worth the money to me. I'm actually using this one just like in my crease. I only have 2 eyeshadows on, so I have Clementine on today. I use this literally all the time. I love this white shade. This white shade is actually in my inner corners. It's so bright. This is the whitest eyeshadow that I have. We're gonna cover up that brand name because that brand name is irrelevant, but I have this empty palette. This is a blush from Makeup Geek that I didn't know what to do with. This is Blind Date. And then these are some shadows I have from The Balm. They were having a sale, and I was like, oh, I'll try out some of their eyeshadows. This is a nice color, but so far that's the only one I've used. And then this glitter is one from Glitter Injections, and it's, I've been calling it wrong this whole time. I just need to take a moment. I thought this glitter was called Mermaid Fantasy. I don't know where I got that from, but it is called Feeling Like a Mermaid. Anyway, next I have this Ofra magnetic palette. This palette came in BoxyCharm, and they sent us these neutral shades right here. I don't know if they sent us that black one. I think so. I don't know if they sent us some neutral shades. This is a ColourPop one. These are Ofra, and then these ones are from NYX. And hang tight, guys. This is the second to last one, and then we'll be done. So, this is the Makeup Addiction Cosmetics Flaming Love palette. When I first saw this palette on Instagram, I obsessed over it for the longest time. And I wanted it so bad. And I finally got it. It was like they had it, and then they were like, they got so many orders, and then they were running behind, and so mine was sent to me. I didn't get it until very late, but I finally got it, and then they sent me like a complimentary brush with it because I had to wait so long for it. But and the brush that came with it is amazing. Their brushes are awesome. I love this palette a lot. This color is so pretty. Oh my goodness. And I haven't used this palette in a long time, but these are nice. These matte shades, they can feel a little bit dry to the touch, but they're really pigmented, and they blend nicely on the eye. They really do. I have the Violet Voss Holy Grail palette. This is in their old packaging. I don't know, why they updated it and had to leave me with this one, but I love this palette. I love every color in here. I love, love, love it. If you don't have this, you should get it. It's nice. The colors blend really easily. They're soft, and they're really pigmented, and they're really pretty. So that completes this video, you guys. Those are all of my eyeshadow palettes. That's my collection so far, and I realized that there's a lot that I don't use anymore, but you know what? I'm gonna try to use more of them because I have a lot. But I hope you enjoyed this video, and let me know which palettes are your favorite down below. Try to communicate with me. I want to talk to you guys if you're watching me. And please subscribe if you'd like to see more from me. I'm trying really hard to make videos again. I was on a break for a while, but I'm back, and I'm trying my best. So subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.